crop production and management. All the living organisms require food for their life processes like digestion, respiration, and excretion, etc. Plants can make their food by the process of photosynthesis, and animals, including humans, cannot make their food, so they are dependent on the plants. In order to provide food from large population, regular production, proper management and distribution of food is necessary. So we do some agriculture practices for the large production of food for the large population. Applied branch of biology which deals with the cultivation of plants and rearing of animals is called agriculture. Generally, the art of practice of cultivating land is referred as agriculture. When the same kinds of plants are grown at one place on a large scale, it is called a crop. Different type of crops like cereals, vegetables and fruits etc. can be classified on the basis of the season in which they grow. India is a vast country. Here climate conditions like temperature, humidity and rainfall vary from one region to another. There is a rich variety of crops grown in different parts of the India. Despite this diversity, two broad cropping patterns can be identified. These are Kharif crops. The crops which are sown in the rainy season are called Kharif crops. The rainy season in India is generally from June month to September month. Example paddy, maize, soybean, groundnut, cotton, etc. are the examples of Kharif crops. Rabi crops. The crops which are grown in the winter season are called Rabi crops. Their time period is generally from October month to March month. Wheat, gram, pea, mustard and linseed are the examples of Rabi crops. Besides these, pulses and vegetables are grown during summer at many places. Next is basic practices of crop production. Several activities undertaken by the farmer for the cultivation of crops over a period of time are referred to as agricultural practices. These activities are first, preparation of soil. One of the most important tasks in agriculture is to turn the soil and loosen it. The loose soil allows the roots to penetrate and breathe easily even when they go deep into the soil. The loosened soil helps in the growth of earthworm and microbes present in the soil. The process of loosening and turning of the soil is called tilling or plugging. This is done by using a plug which is made of wood or iron. If the soil is very dry, it may need watering before plugging. The plugged field may have big pieces of soil called crumbs. It is necessary to break these crumbs with a plank. The field is leveled by a leveler for sowing as well as for irrigation purposes. Second, sowing. Sowing is the most important part of crop production. Before sowing, good quality seeds are selected. We will do an activity to check the healthy seeds today. In black and white gram, it is healthy or not. So when I pour it into the water, all the gram settle down. It means these are all healthy seeds. Now another I am taking wheat. When I pour it into the water, some wheat are floating and some wheat settle down. It means those are floating, they are not healthy seeds, which is not suitable for the better crops. Clean and healthy seeds of a good variety. Farmers prefer to use seeds which give a high yield before sowing. Important task is to know about the tools used for sowing seeds. First is traditional tool. It is the tool shaped like funnel used traditionally for sowing seeds. The seeds are filled into the funnel, passed down through 2 or 3 pipes having sharp ends. These ends pierce into the soil and place seeds there. Second, seed drill. Nowadays, the seed drill is used for sowing with the help of tractors. With the help of this tool, sows the seeds uniformly at proper distances and depth. It ensures that seeds covered by the soil after sowing and prevents damage caused by birds. It saves time and labor. Third, adding manure and fertilizers. For the healthy growth of plants, substances which are added to the soil in the form of nutrients are called manure and fertilizers. Second, nutrients are essential for the growth of plants. Soil supplies minerals, nutrients to the crop. In certain areas, farmers grow crop after crop in the same field. The field is never left uncultivated or fallow. Third, continuous growing of crops makes the soil poorer in certain nutrients. Therefore, farmers have to add manure to the fields to replenish the soil with nutrients. This process is called manuring. Manure is an organic substance obtained from the decomposition of plant wastes or animal excreta. Farmers dump plant and animal waste in pits at open places and allow it to decompose. The decomposition is caused by some microorganisms. The decomposed matter is used as organic manure. Fertilizers are chemical manufactured in factories. They are chemicals highly rich in nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. Difference between fertilizers and manure. First difference is it is easily made using animals and plant waste. Fertilizer made in factories in well-defined way. Second point of manure, no harmful effect as fully natural. Second point of fertilizer, side effect as it is a chemicals. Third point, provide mainly organic matter. Third point, fertilizer provide mainly nutrients. Fourth point, manure good for long-term soil fertility. Fourth point, for fertilizer not good for long-term fertility if uses in excessive amount. Fifth point, not effect as fertilizers. Fifth point, for fertilizer very effective in obtaining fast result. Sixth point, for manure it is very cheap. Fifth point, for fertilizer it is very costly. Advantages of manure, it provides loss of organic matter which makes the soil porous. Second point, it increases soil fertility in general. Third point, it provides some nutrients in small amounts. Fourth point, as it made from waste products, so environment is cleaned. Fifth point, it increases the water holding capacity. Now we will discuss about the irrigation. Irrigation. Water is important for proper growth and development of plants. Second, water is essential because germination of seeds does not take place under dry conditions. Nutrients dissolved in water get transported to each part of the plant. Water also protects the crop from both frost and hot air currents. The supply of water to crops at different intervals is called irrigation. It's not a good to depend on rain for water as it is not fully reliable. A proper irrigation system will ensure timely and adequate water to crops. This will lead to more yield. Sources of irrigation. Wells, tube wells, ponds, lakes, rivers, dams, and canals are the sources of irrigation. First is traditional method of irrigation. The water available in wells, lakes, and canals is lifted up by different methods in different regions for taking it to the fields. Here, various traditional methods are moat, chain pump, dhekli, rahat. Modern method of irrigation. First is sprinkler system. In this system, perpendicular pipes having rotating nozzles on top are joined to the main pipeline at regular intervals. When water is allowed to flow through the main pipe under pressure with the help of a pump, it sprinkles from the rotating nozzles. It gets sprinkled on the crop as if it is raining. Drip system. In this system, the water falls drop by drop just at the position of the roots, so it is called drip system. Protection from weeds. Weeds are the undesirable plants which may grow naturally along with the crop in the field. Second point, the removal of weeds is called weeding. Weeding is necessary because they affect the growth of the crop by compete with the crop plants for water, nutrients, space and light. How can we control the weed? Farmers use many ways to remove weeds and control their growth. Tilling before sowing of crops helps in uprooting and killing of weeds, which may then dry up and get mixed with the soil. The best time for removal of weeds is before they produce flowers and seeds. The manual remover includes physical removal of weeds by uprooting or cutting them close to the ground from time to time. With the help of a khurpi, weeds are also controlled by spraying certain chemicals called weedicides in the fields to kill the weeds. They do not damage the crops. Harvesting. The cutting of crop after it is mature is called harvesting. In harvesting, crops are pulled out or cut close to the ground. Harvesting is also done manually by sickle or by a machine. In the harvested crops, the grain seeds need to be separated from the chaff with the help of machine called combine. It is in effect a combined harvester and thresher. This process is called threshing. Storage. If the crop grains are to be kept for longer time, they should be safe from moisture, insects, rats and microorganisms. The fresh crop has more moisture. If freshly harvested grains are stored without drying, they may get spoiled or attacked by organisms, losing their germination capacity. Animal husbandry. Food is also obtained from animals, for which animals are reared and provided with proper food, shelter and care. When done on a large scale, it is called animal husbandry.